My dear students, colleagues and friends, after comparing the difference between sample and population and comparing the means of two independent groups or two different groups in this video, that is in video number 572, I am using paired sample t-test to measure or to compare the difference between two related groups. Before I do that, in a software, let me share with you some detail about the paired sample t-test analysis. So the paired sample t-test analysis is given here in detail, and this is the formula for the paired sample t-test, where the test statistic, that is t state, is given by the difference between the two groups, and that is divided by standard deviation of group 1 divided by sample size of group 1, and then the standard deviation of group 2 divided by sample size of 2. So this formula of paired sample t-test is equal to mean of the differences divided by standard deviation of differences divided by square root of the sample size, where n is the number of paired observations. This test is used to determine if there is a statistically significant difference between the means of two related groups. Following is the breakdown of these components. So one is a mean of differences. Calculate the difference between each pair of the data points, e.g. before and after measurement of the same individual. Then find the average of these differences. Then standard deviation of the differences, calculate the standard deviation of the differences calculated in the previous step. N is the number of paired observations or the number of individuals or samples. To do this, let me go to my data set that I used earlier, and here is my data set. So this is my data set. I have used previously I have used two different t-test formula, one for one sample t-test, and then another formula for independent sample t-test, and now I'm using paired sample t-test. So there is difference between the three. So to do this, let me navigate to analyze and click on compare means, but this time I'm using a paired sample t-test. And when this window pop up, so I'll send a pair of these variables. So this time I am comparing the average marks of the same students before training and after training in statistical analysis and interpretation. So this, let me put this first, and let me put this second. So this is a pair of paired observations for marks of students in statistical analysis and interpretation before training and after training, and we are going to see whether there is any significant difference between the means before these students were trained in statistical analysis and after they were trained statistical training, statistical analysis training. So let me click OK, and here is my paired sample t-test analysis. So previously the two pair were one group of the students who studied science and another group who studied humanities, but this time this is the same group. This group, this is the marks of students before training, so after training, and this is the marks of students before training. So the mean or the average marks of the students after training are 63.93, and their marks before training, the average is 53.74, and these are the standard deviations of the two, and these are their standard errors, and this is the paired sample correlation. So the correlation between the two series, that is marks before training and after training, is very high, that is 0.97. it's close to 1, and this difference, so this correlation is statistically highly significant. And in this table we have the mean difference, that is the pair difference between the two. So if you subtract this value from this value, so we get this value. This is the mean difference. And if you subtract this value from this value, so this is the pair differences of standard deviation, and this is the standard error of mean difference. This is the 95% confidence interval, and this is the paired sample t-test value, which is equal to 35.669, and the degrees of freedom is 109, because this is n minus 1, so n is 110, and this is the p-value of the two-tailed significance, and this is 0.00, so this is highly significant. So it means that the mean difference between the marks after training and before training is 10.18, which is statistically but highly significant. So this is how we can compare means of the two related groups. So these are two related groups. This group is after training, and this group is before training, and we analyze and compared the difference between the two means. So ladies and gentlemen, this is very informative and useful. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I would like you to share this video with your friends, with your colleagues, and with your students, and you can share this in various WhatsApp groups, so that this could reach to the maximum possible number of people, so that they could benefit from it. Thanks for watching.